You may be surprised to learn that the federal authorities have been collecting evidence against Lil Baby in a RICO case that connects him to the killings of 2 people. It's almost time for Lil Baby. The public was informed. The head of the gang branch of the Georgia Police Department said his office is preparing for a possible 4PF RICO. An investigator wrote among the audience, "Investigator V is on the stand." After hearing this, the court declared, "We are listening to wiretapped calls." Some people were seen with tickets on their heads, indicating that Lil Baby paid to have people treated similarly to Dirk's M for hire. According to academics, 4PF and Lil Baby will be charged by the city of Atlanta for these crimes.
So there's this journalist. He's out of Atlanta. Well-reputed journalist. His name is George Cheedy. Like, he was the person who was very accurate on predicting that YSL was going to get indicted in the RICO. He's an Atlanta journalist, certified. He's really good. He's came out and he said that the Atlanta Public Defenders Council, like the office, they're basically their specialized unit for Georgia's Public Defender's Office, the unit that specializes on gang cases, says the office is actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on the 4PF and OMF case. Now, I don't know what OMF is, and that he expects Lil Baby.
Marissa, a gang investigator, allegedly played a wiretap to demonstrate that Lil Baby, an Atlanta musician, had placed money on people's heads. Dominique Jones, also known as Lil Baby, placed bounties on people's heads in the video, Marissa claims.
Come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't even like that, man. Them got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Or
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
they were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones had wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Biggest liar in the DA's office, Young Thug tweeted, revealing Marissa's identity and accusing her of cheating. After further clarification, scholars asserted that Marissa was an undercover agent attempting to apprehend Lil Baby.
There's someone named Marissa Viverito. This person was an undercover cop. Now, what she testified to and spoke to, it's related to the Lil Baby 4PF. So 4PF are beefing with these guys called OMF, which is part of this bigger gang called Goodfellas. And those guys, some of them got indicted federally. Remember when Lil Baby shot the music video in that hood? These guys, they shot the music video that Lil Baby was at. Allegedly, some 4PF dudes went to go to retaliate, and then they came back to spin back on Lil Baby, or not Lil Baby, let's just say 4PF. The investigator that was supposed to be undercover is someone named Marissa Viverito. She testified to a few things. Yo, these OMF dudes are beefing with 4PF. We got wiretaps, so this is how you know an indictment definitely is.
That DA from Atlanta has played Young Thug and Lil Baby one after the other. Additionally, Snoop Dogg tweeted, "Be careful out there, y'all Atlanta rappers." Following a significant update from news outlets, Lil Baby was brought to the county jail to answer questions regarding the deaths of Jackery Davis and Lamont Freeman. When the murder occurred, police asked him why he had shuttered 4OF. When Don asked in an interview why he closed 4PF, Baby gave a peculiar response. This he disclosed.
Pockets full had to come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. When you say of course, I mean, why you say of course?
Because the shit that be going on, and I had to start learning that other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't.
Right.
Like, if I got any kind of controller, hey, we gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police, it's just period, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that
The tweets gained popularity and were distributed by Lil Baby's career will end if he is discovered again, according to experts who have examined Baby's most recent record. He's already recording music.
Man, you better listen. I don't know if Young Thug's still just on a vacation. Tell him you need him. You need him for a verse, a song. You probably need him to pop out his loud for you because it would have made it all better. You need this, okay? Please. Yo, the crazy thing is Lil Baby confidently be previewing these. It's like, yo, they're hot. Yo, chat, I feel like the Monstars hopped out of one of them New Jersey drones and grabbed Lil Baby and shook the
In any case, Lil Baby's predicament appears to be getting out of control. A statement was issued by the government after the Atlanta Police Department addressed Lil Baby's behavior in relation to the two young people who died last summer. In connection with the deaths of Lemon Freeman and Jackety Davis, they also said that 7 people had been taken into custody. This team will work relentlessly to hold you accountable, the officer said, referring to Lil Baby, as Major Ralph explained that the crime was the result of a run-in with street teams that followed him during his May video shoot, which resulted in 3 individuals being hit.
Investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence was orchestrated by adults in our city, and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
When the incident happened, Lil Baby was filming a music video close to a taco restaurant on competitor territory. Notably, the newscaster unintentionally exposed Baby's competitors on Facebook with the post, "Lee Little Babies at the taco shop with 3 cars."
We over here kicking it. We got Lil Baby shooting a video around here. We don't know how we do it at Slapping Taco. Baby, there he go, there he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, because you already know how he doing this Slapping Tacos, baby.
Interview 07, 011, 07.19, the rivals blame Baby for the event, despite fans' real fears, as evidenced by the widely shared tweet. The Atlanta DA wasn't successful getting Young Thug watch. Police claim the rivals were unaware of Lil Baby's presence until they read her post. Now, using Lil Baby as a model, she will go after him and give gangs money for fame and supplies for street crimes. This clarifies, however, a fundamental query that everyone had regarding Lil Baby. Why did he shut down 4PF? It is evident, therefore, that he was preoccupied with legal matters. Even Baby's latest album, Wham!, was allegedly hastily released because of impending legal issues. His shutting at 4 p.m. was the first indication that he was involved in crimes in Atlanta. The federal authorities had warned him before.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There's going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
7. Furthermore, a week later, it was claimed that District Attorney Fannie Willis was laying a trap for rappers, as DJ Academics had disclosed. On Monday night, Baby was taken to the Clark County Detention Center after being arrested for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit. He was then released on a $5,000 bond.
I need 20 bands, call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy, call the number for me. They're locking me up for a term, but I got license. Security, I need 200 bands a year, I swear to God, security. Security, I need 200 bands a year. bands here. And late, my check leaves at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I gotta my nut. Check me good. You on the camera? I gotta my nut. Check me good. I gotta. Alright, y'all let me that crush.
However, one arrest is just one facet of this issue. DJ Academics released the 4PF evidence files to the public 8 months ago. These were included in the same RICO documents as YSL.
I've heard two of them. Like, I've heard the two of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever, but these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
The YSL case's evidence has begun to surface, and experts believe that Baby's latest arrests portend an impending RICO indictment.
I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed her names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Blonde died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on.
Many people worry that Fannie's attention has shifted to Lil Baby after having Thug arrested without success. Numerous warnings and indicators have been issued to Baby after his detention. For breaking the law would often have led to a small fine, but instead he was forced to spend the majority of the night in jail.
Man, you know why I pull you open up these windows? They tinted. You can't see nothing out.
I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can't see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter. They give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. I'm gonna let my window up.
Oh yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man.
Alright, they give me the ticket. Have a good day, man.
Now, who are you? You say you
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen? You don't be want to have it. You gotta have tickets in that level. You folk crazy. I take a ticket, then somebody follow me home.
Put a 32.
Huh?
You can put a 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get that.
Although the body cam film ended there, Baby was given his ticket and left. Unfortunately, Lil Baby's lawyer flew out and swiftly bailed him out before he could get any rest. However, the second officer arrested him for unspecified reasons shortly after his name appeared in the police computer system, and he was stopped. To all of these legal issues, Baby is being singled out, and many people think that the rapper Gunna is the former best buddy who recently snitched. "Wham, let's drop one of these rats," Thug tweeted consequently, swiftly denouncing Gunna upon her release from prison. Wham is referred to as Lil Baby. Recently, Gunna got caught snitching out of the YSL RICO case, so Baby told Young Thug on Instagram, "We should. I'm going to stop acting like we are friends on the internet," Thug tweeted, which was unfortunate. He obviously no longer dated Gunna. As he put it, "I don't know you, my guy." His brother said, "Believe that the feeling is reciprocal and trust it." Additionally, Gunna showed interest in that position. On the other hand, Young Thug doesn't care. Later that evening, he he made subtle fun of Gunana on Instagram, claiming that he was the best person to deal with the situation.
Hey man, what you got to tell these people?
Back.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
Right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
They made their message to Gunana very plain. Thug completed his task and arrived home safely. Scholars have explained, however, that Thug's plea agreement mandates that he avoid major conflicts or public altercations with other individuals, so talking about Gunner might lead to further problems. Failing to comply might lead to a 20-year prison term. Lil Baby might end up back in jail and brought down with Thug, who is already being investigated.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. But he's always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about it. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.